What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be going over whether or not Nikola Motors is a good company to look into. Now, there's been a lot of hype behind this company ever since the merger completed, and even before the merger actually went down. And I'll be breaking down what the company is about and about their financials and the future of the company as well. If you're new to this channel, then welcome. My name is Jason, and here you'll find videos on personal finance, investing, and money related topics. And if you're interested in any of those topics, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on future videos. And with that being said, let's jump right into today's video. So for whatever reason, if you're unfamiliar with Nikola, I'll briefly go over what this company is about, what they have to offer, and why it's such a hot stock right now. So here's what Nikola's mission statement is: transforming the transportation industry while improving our employees' lives and leaving the world a better place. And here are their values. The first one is drive forward, disrupt and innovate, constantly pursue progression and improvement. Push yourself and others to think broadly, go further, and achieve more. The second one is move fast, work quickly and get things done. Value simplicity and cut red tape. Take risks and learn from mistakes. The third one is work outward. Safety, quality, integrity, and attitude. Take personal behavior seriously and put the success of the team above your own. Think about how your work affects others. The fourth and final one is act as owners. Treat the company and its resources as if they're your own. Trust others' capabilities. Understand that as the organization succeeds, you succeed. So here's what the company actually does. They're looking to globally transform the transportation industry as a designer and manufacturer of battery electric and hydrogen electric vehicles, electric vehicle drivetrains, vehicle components, and hydrogen fueling station infrastructure. So recently, Nikola Motors and Vecto IQ Acquisition Corp announced their merger. And if you're looking to invest into Nikola Motors, you can search them by the ticker symbol NKLA. Now, when I first heard of this company and I was reading through the press release, if you look here, it shows Nikola's pre-orders represent more than $10 billion in potential revenue. And back when this merger was announced, literally anyone could have pre-ordered one of their vehicles for $0. So I personally believe that number was kind of inflated. So here's another interesting thing that I saw. It shows here Nikola's hydrogen network is anticipated to cover North America and is set to become the largest hydrogen network in the world. And Nikola Motors is expected to generate revenue by 2021 with the rollout of its Nikola TRE Class 8 BEV vehicles. And starting in 2023, they will be rolling out the Nikola 2 Class 8 FC EV vehicles. So let's take a look at the products that they're looking to have in the future. So as you can see, they've got a lineup of semi-trucks, and also they're looking to release their electric pickup truck. So let's take a look at the first semi-truck, which is called Nikola 1. So the specs on this look really crazy, and I hope this company can actually meet these specs, because it will be really interesting to see this match up with a Tesla semi-truck. And as you can see here, the Nikola 1 is set to have up to 2,000 foot-pounds of torque and up to 1,000 horsepower, and their estimated range is between 500 and 750 miles, and the refueling time is only 10 to 15 minutes. If we take a look at their second semi-truck called the Nikola 2, it has the exact same specs as the Nikola 1. And if we take a look at the third semi-truck, which is called the Nikola TRE or TRE, whichever one you want to call it. So this semi is capable of up to 2,700 Nm and up to 750 kW. And the range on this is about 500 to 1,200 kilometers. So let's take a look at some of the benefits of hydrogen. As you can see, it shows 4 components. First one being heavy duty fast refueling. The second one being a longer range. The third one being less weight. And the fourth one being renewable zero emissions. And if you take a look at the safety aspect, there's 4 components as well. The first one being it's lighter than air. The second one, safety at the pump. Third one, everything to code. And the fourth one is proven over time. Nikola has also got products in the power sports niche. So they've got 3 products. The first one, Nikola NZT. The second one is called Reckless. And the third one is Nikola WAV. And if we take a look at the Nikola NZT, it's actually showing really cool numbers, such as the torque is 775 foot-pound of torque. You get 590 horsepower and you get up to 150 mile range. And 0 to 60 is in about 4 seconds. And I'm not gonna lie, this thing actually does look really cool and futuristic just by looking at the photos here. And if you take a look at the charge time on this, the DC fast charger will charge this thing in about 2 hours. And if you do it on a 240 volt to J1 5772 charger, it's about 15 hours. And if you take a look at the second product called the Reckless, it has the same features as a Nikola NZT in terms of specs. And again, the design on these things look really cool, so I'm actually curious to see what it would look like when it's actually done and in production. And they've also got this cool looking jet ski, probably the most futuristic one I've ever seen so far, but it does not show any specs at the moment, and I'm curious to see what it would be on this because all the other vehicles have some crazy specs. Okay, so let's take a look at the pickup truck called the Nikola Badger. Now, reservations have started on this truck, and you can actually go on the website and get two variations of this. The first one being is a BEV, which is your standard battery version. And you get up to 300 miles on this, and the starting price on that is about $60,000. And if you look at the other option, it's FCEV, which is the fuel cell electric vehicle. And on this, you get double the range, you get up to 600 miles, and your price point jumps up by quite a bit, where it starts at $80,000. And here you can select three different packages. Number one is the Honey package, where you put down a $5,000 deposit and you get all of these things listed. A cool thing about this is that when you put your $5,000 down, that gets taken off of the price. And here you can see that $5,000 off a purchase price, and Nikola will match your deposit. So they will put in another $5,000. Or you can choose the second package, which is a Predator package, and $1,000 deposit on that one. And these are the things that you get that are listed here. And the third package you can choose is an Instinct package, which is a $250 deposit. And these are the things that you get with it listed below. So now that we've went over what the company does, what kind of products they have, let's go over their financials and kind of see if this company actually makes sense and they can deliver on what they're offering. So like I mentioned with their pickup truck, where it shows a fuel cell option, and I think where Nikola will have some struggles will be coming up with the hydrogen fuel cell stations, because there's not many, if not at all, any vehicles currently using that technology. And in order for them to do that, I believe they would have to get it implemented in current gas stations rather than building a whole new infrastructure on that. And it will take time. I'm assuming it'll take about 10 years or so, if not a little bit longer. But at the same time, I am excited to see where this technology will go. And like I mentioned earlier, because this company does not have any products out yet, and when it comes to the numbers and their financials, I'm kind of iffy on those numbers just because those are just speculation at the moment, because they don't have any products out right now. And the only closest product that's going to be coming out is their Nikola Badger, their pickup truck. So I'm actually curious to see how many of those will actually hit the road and get delivered to customers, because I do believe the way that this company is structured on paper, it does have a lot of potential, but the only thing is, can they really live up to what they've written down on paper? And if you take a look at the Nikola stock chart, and as you can see here, before the merger even completed, the stock had already jumped up about 158%. And that's pretty crazy, taking the fact that the company didn't even get merged at that time. And once that merger went through, the company jumped up 122%. But since the last high on June 9th, the stock has fallen about 29%. And if you take a look at their market cap, it's at about $20.48 billion. And their PE ratio is just crazy. Currently, it's at 936.47. So my overall thought on Nikola Motors is that I do see a lot of potential for this company, but at the same time, I really want to see some products being delivered to customers and actually on the road. And I'm really curious to see how much they'll deliver out of the reservations that they've gotten. And just like that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to leave a comment on what your thoughts are on Nikola Motors. And don't forget to smash that like button, as it helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and it also helps out the channel as well. And if you've made it to the end of the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't so far, so you don't miss out on future content. And just like that, guys, I'll see you on the next video.